Do you struggle feeling good enough? Do you ever get out of the shower and criticize your body? Do you ever hold yourself back from taking the next step due to lack of confidence or fear? I'm Janet Garcia, and I just wanted to jump on and talk about not feeling good enough. If you answered yes to any of the questions that I just asked, you are not alone. According to Dove's most recent self-esteem study, only 4% of women worldwide feel beautiful. And by the age of 17, 78% of young ladies reported being unhappy with their bodies. And that statistic to me is completely unacceptable. And that is exactly what I do. I'm so passionate about teaching women to love themselves unconditionally, to love the goddess within. Because I was that girl. I was one of those adolescents who struggled loving myself, struggled loving my body, struggled feeling confident, struggled feeling good enough. And so I just wanted to jump on and share my story, and hopefully I can inspire other people, because at the end of the day, you are worthy. You are divine. You are, good enough, because that is what you were created to be, for no other reason. And so I remember in my adolescence, I remember struggling with that. I remember like being in dressing rooms and being on the brink of tears because clothes didn't fit a certain way, because, I couldn't find an outfit or a dress in my size. And that continued into my, young adult life. I, struggled with, finding my value in other people. I unconsciously, now obviously I'm conscious of it, but in that moment in time I wasn't. I unconsciously looked for my value in my husband. I struggled with perfectionism. I tried to be the perfect mother, the perfect wife. I got the degrees. I, did everything that looked on the outside, but on the inside there was a void that, just as the years passed got louder and louder. And then eventually I hit rock bottom. My life, just felt like it was falling apart. And I remember having a very deep and personal conversation with God. I remember being in my shower and just one of those heavy, heavy cries. You know the ones I'm talking about? You have snot running down your nose and just the water was running down my body. And, I cried until I had no more tears left to cry. And in that moment in time, I had a very personal conversation with God. And that conversation, obviously, I really couldn't take it anymore. That was, the gist of the conversation. I really talked about, I can't do this anymore. I no longer want to feel this empty again. And, what I'm telling you is that it is your responsibility, no one else's, to fill your own cup. I struggled with always trying to have something else, someone else fill my cup, and so I was never full. And until I truly learned how to fill myself up, how to love me, that completely transformed my life. And so that day in the shower with, the water cold because I had been in there for so long, I made a vow to myself that I will never be this broken again. And that next year, I took a year to focus on me, focus on learning how to heal me, how to love me. And I journaled and I did everything. I basically wrote down everything that I did for that 1 year in time. And I can tell you at the end of that year, I was completely transformed. I was not the same woman. It was as if magic, everything just fell into place in my life. Everything that I had been struggling with fell into place. I no longer had that void within me. And, I realize now, I've been working with women for years. I'm the CEO and founder of Inspiring Radiance, where, that is exactly what I do. I focus on, teaching women to love themselves unconditionally, teaching women to really heal their past traumas. I, specialize in trauma, PTSD. But now I realize I have to take a bigger stand. I have to reach more women, because my goal, when I look at that statistic, 4% of women feel beautiful. I want 100% of women to feel beautiful. I want women to look in the mirror and just see the goddess that they truly are, because we can all see her, but you might struggle seeing her, right? And that's what I want for all women. And so I know, and so I'm putting this message out there so that, obviously you guys can hear me, but my goal is to reach as many women as possible to help them and guide them, because I know what it takes. It is a painful journey. I'm going to tell you that. I'm not going to lie to you, but it is a transformative journey. When you learn to love you unconditionally, life changes. Life changes. And so I am working on creating a course that really focuses on everything that I did, all of my professional experience. I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this, and this course is going to be transformative. So if you're interested, obviously I'm still in the creating stages and putting it all together. If you're interested, leave me a comment in the comment section. If you're ready to change your life, if you're ready to, fill all those voids, if you're ready to focus on you and to step into your power, 2020 has been a doozy of a year. 2020 has been, incredibly redesigning. It has been, painful for some. There's been so many different experiences that have happened in 2020. But if you're ready, if you really truly want the tools and the skills to take you to that next level, I can help you do that. So leave me a comment in the comment section if you're interested about this course. But, more than anything, I just want you to know that it is your absolute responsibility, no one else's, to fill your cup. If you're constantly chasing, like I was, like I gave that example in my story, if you're constantly chasing someone to fill your cup, if you're constantly chasing an external source to fill your cup, you're never going to feel full. So, I want to more than anything leave you with the message that you are worthy, that you are good enough. And self-love is truly the key to happiness, as you see behind me. But more than anything, it's time. You have been in this place of pain for so long. It's time that you start taking the journey to you, because you are worth it.